Hi kids, how are you all? So I want to tell you that this Sunday, you might know this already, but this Sunday is a special day. This Sunday is Mother's Day. It's a day that we appreciate and give thanks and tell our mothers that we really care about them. So you're probably watching this video on a Friday, and then the next day would be Saturday. But then the next day is Sunday, and that's the special day. So sometimes might make your mom some special food that she likes, or you let her pick the movie that she wants to watch, all kinds of nice things, okay? And then sometimes mothers might get a little present too on Monday, kind of like their birthday, but it's not their birthday, it's Mother's Day. I'm going to be thinking of my mom on Mother's Day. And I think my family is going to be thinking of me as well. And I thought that you might want to give your mother maybe something special. You certainly should give her a hug and a kiss and tell her you love her and thank her for all the things she does for you. And if you wanted to make a little present, you can watch this video, okay? I have an idea, okay? So let's get started. So, what you'll need for this project is an egg carton. Hopefully, you have one around your house. And you also are going to need some pipe cleaners. Although, if you don't have pipe cleaners, we can come up with another idea for that. And you'll need some paints. If you don't have paints, you can use markers or crayons as well. Paints will probably work best. You also need somebody to help you. And I know that might be your mom, but you won't mind. And it could be your dad too. And so what we're trying to do from this egg carton is to pull apart all these little pieces and make these things, which look like flowers. Or they will, after they're painted, look like flowers. And so I tried cutting these with scissors, and they're kind of hard to cut. They're actually easier to rip if you're careful. So you have to go really slow. I think the downstairs kids probably going to have to ask their mom or dad to help. And the upstairs kids can try, but if they can't come out they don't come out like cups, then you can ask for some help too. This is the hard part. Okay, so you're just going to rip them really carefully. You know, art with Miss Mary is never, ever perfect. That's the beauty of it. It's the non-perfect art. It's really... Okay. Oh, and I meant to tell you something else too. Mothers love gifts that are handmade. Much better than store-bought gifts, okay? So this is important. It's important that you do something for somebody else, right? All right. So there's 2 cups. Now you can make one flower for your mother. You can make 2 flowers for your mother. You can make 3 flowers for your mother, or more. 3 is a good number, though. Okay, so we have them all cut out. Well, we have 3 cut out. I'm only going to show you 3. And we're going to start to paint. Now, it's a good idea. You just find an edge, like a little tail there, to hold on, so you can paint the rest of it. And then after this part dries, you can go back and paint that part. Or you can just paint it and get your fingers a little painty. That's okay. I think I'm going to paint this first one blue. You want to try to get the whole carton, the whole flower. It absorbs pretty easily. You put your fingers inside it to hold it still. And the most important part too is to make sure remember to paint the inside. The inside's just as important as the outside. And you're the artist, so you can decide if you want to paint the inside the same color as the outside, or you want to paint a different color. I like colors, so I'm going to paint it a different color. Remember, I washed my paintbrush out, right, between colors, because then my yellow was still yellow. So you kind of have to get your hands dirty a little bit. So now I'm going to paint the inside with yellow. I'm noticing as I'm doing this that the yellow doesn't really stand out as well as the blue. So I think next time I'm not going to use yellow, but maybe you have different kind of paint. Maybe your yellow will work better. And it would be nice to know what your mother's favorite color is. If you knew that, you could make the flowers her favorite color. Okay, so now you're just going to find, actually, this was the other part of the egg carton that we didn't use. So I'm going to use that as a drying tray. I'm going to wait and let that dry for a few hours. In the meantime, I'm going to paint another one. This project goes really pretty fast. And if you can keep it as a surprise for your mom, it's hard to do. It's very hard to do that because moms seem to always know everything. But if you can, that'd be kind of fun because then she'll be really surprised on Mother's Day when you give her the flowers. This one, the red comes out nice, doesn't it? I think the red's nice, yeah. So I'm going to paint the inside red too. So when you're finished with this, you're going to have to ask again for help from an adult. Because somebody has to take something kind of sharp and poke a little tiny hole in the bottom, right in there. And when that little hole is there, then you can take a pipe cleaner and push it through. I'll show you that in 1 second. Should we paint another one? Okay, I'll paint another yellow one because then I'll have the 3 primary colors. Red, yellow, and blue. Yeah, it's not really coming out that good. It's not coming, the yellows doesn't come out. You know what? I'm going to take a different paintbrush and I'm going to add some red on top of the orange. I mean, on top of the yellow. Oh, yeah, it's coming out a little bit orange because I'm mixing red and yellow. That's kind of fun. Okay, I'm going to mix some on the tray. Can you see that? I mix some red and orange on the tray, red and yellow on the tray, and then I'm going to get orange. The inside's going to be pretty orange. Actually, that paintbrush doesn't work very well. And so you could mix other colors, right? If you have some white paint, I don't have any white paint, but if you mix the white and the red together, you'll get a pretty pink. That'll be nice. Okay, well that one's kind of interesting. Kind of multicolored. It'll be So I'm just gonna sit and wait for that to dry now. I'll put you on pause so you don't have to wait for that, okay? Okay, so my flowers are all dry. They came out lovely. So now you need to get some pipe cleaners and ask an adult to poke a hole at the bottom. I'm just using a pencil. I say ask an adult so you don't hurt yourself. Once there's a little hole, you take the pipe cleaner and you push it through. And you push it through a little bit and then kind of just make a curly Q. Just bend it a little bit like that and then pull it back through again like this. The curly Q and the little bend makes it not go through the hole. And you have a flower. And it's blowing in the wind. So I'm going to do that to the other two. I hope I get some flowers for Mother's Day. Baby flowers. I pulled it through, bent it down, made a little bend so it doesn't go through the hole. Now you can make these flowers for your mom, but you can also make them for your grandma or your aunt, anyone who's a mother. And then in June, there's going to be Father's Day. They have a Kids' Day too. We're going to have to look that up and find out when it is. So if you have a vase at home, you can use a vase, but I don't have one handy, so I just use a jar. And they don't even need water. Isn't that pretty? I think they're happy looking. So enjoy the weekend. Remember to give your mom a big hug on Mother's Day. Take care.